That's wild.
We're live again. Okay,
That's tough.
we're live again. We're back.
We just got the hammer down on
What
YouTube.
the hell?
YouTube.
YouTube.
We have 25 subscribers. We're not making money.
We're making zero money off this YouTube. Okay,
This is
what
just for
what
fun.
the hell?
I guess we can't use clips. We're not allowed. Well, it's still up there, so we'll have clips for people to see on TikTok and YouTube Shorts.
Oh man,
That's tough. Well, do we just? I guess we just got.
I'm not gonna stop pulling up clips either. They can. Yeah, we might be cooked. But
yeah, you might need to stop doing the clip. Well, we just got.
It was fun. It was cool for a little bit. Yeah. But where were we talking about the Vikings?
we kind of finished talking with the Vikings Texans. I don't know if you had anything really to add. I gave my spiel.
Yeah, I think I look at this team. I think that the person who needs to worry the most about all this is JJ McCarthy, bro, because his job's in jeopardy. If Sam Darnold is still balling like this, his job is straight up in jeopardy, easily.
Yeah, and JJ McCarthy, like the injuries happen, they suck, but like this could be a situation where the other QB comes in and takes your job. I get Sam Darnold's only on that 1-year contract. I think the upside is there for JJ McCarthy, and the Vikings want it to be JJ McCarthy. But if Sam Darnold's balling out and he has a great year, who knows? Maybe they extend him. Maybe he's their backup or giving McCarthy a battle in training camp next year. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. CJ Stroud didn't play his best ball, 215 yards. He threw 2 interceptions. That kind of killed him. Tank Dell just doesn't show up to football games anymore. That's cool. 62 yards for Tank Dell. But that receiving core is still pretty good. I don't think you need to panic yet if you're Houston. But yeah. What else should we move on to now?
I do want to talk about let's do Steelers Chargers.
I'm pulling up the damn highlights of Steelers Chargers.
No, I don't want to get banned.
All right.
The ban hammer.
Fine.
It's like the hammer and sickle here on YouTube. They take out they're taking out all the small streamers before like Mr. Beast or whatever. Moving on. I have a State of the Union I want to provide for the Steelers Nation here. Steelers win 20-10. I was mad at them last week. They won. I was upset. They only scored 13 points. Danny, this was the first time in a long time I've seen the Steelers offense show up for a game and play a complete game of football. Both sides of the football. I get I'm a Steelers fan. I'm a bit of a homer here, and I don't want to be biased, but I might be biased with this take a little bit. Pittsburgh Steelers look like a good football team. And you know what I'm going to say? And that's why I was going to tell you this. I am absolutely tired, and I mean tired, of fans of other teams of the NFL just looking at the Steelers and be like, they're not good. They're not going to be a good team. Oh, they beat nobodies. Blah, blah, blah. They beat nobodies. They don't beat anyone good. They beat Kirk Cousins coming off of an injury. They only beat the Denver Broncos. They beat the LA Chargers who didn't have Herbert in the second half. Win. Let me tell you this. Kirk Cousins, in week 2 coming off the injury, beat the Philadelphia Eagles. He's still coming off of an injury.
What?
In week 3, coming off the injury, he almost beat the Kansas City Chiefs. The Steelers are the only team that beat Kirk Cousins this year. And Kirk Cousins went into Philly, by the way, and won. Number 2, talking about the Broncos. I get it. They're the Denver Broncos. But what won the Steelers that game? It's the Steelers defense. It's one of the best in the league. You cannot tell me the Steelers don't have one of the best defenses in the entire NFL. The entire National Football League. If you look at all the defenses there, the Steelers are always up top. That's how they win football games, and I don't think people understand that aspect. They just look at the Steelers like, they don't score touchdowns. They're not a good football team. Win. Number 3, they beat the Chargers. It's not a good win. They lost Justin Herbert at halftime. Win. Well, guess what? Justin Herbert was carving up the Pittsburgh Steelers defense the entire first half. That secondary was not fun to watch. There was miscommunications on Joey Porter and Minka Fitzpatrick's side of who was going to do the bubble route. Someone didn't come in or whatever. Herbert looked amazing. It looked like the Chargers were going to win that game. At halftime, it was 10-7. Something clicked. The Steelers woke up. I get Herbert got hurt. You can't help that. That's the Chargers' fault for starting a guy coming in with an ankle sprain. The Steelers can't help a quarterback went down. The Chargers, Danny, had one of the best offenses coming into this last game. one of the best offenses in football. They were able to be the team to silence J.K. Dobbins, who has been rushing for 100 yards every game this season. And here's a funny stat I got. I was watching a TikTok today, and I wrote it down in my notes. It was on Good Morning Football. One of the hosts was talking about this exact same argument that people just hate on the Steelers. They don't want to see them succeed or be good. They don't think they're as good. Interesting note. So far this season, the Steelers have allowed 10 or less points every game through 3 games. Okay? When's the last time that happened? Do you
2008, when we won the Super Bowl.
It's been 50 years.
What?
It's been 50 years. Since the 70s. Wow. We haven't seen this. The Steelers defense looks dominant. They look awesome. Justin Fields looked awesome this past week. So I get where it's coming from. People say they don't play a good schedule. Can they control their schedule? No. The Ravens should have beat the Raiders. Did they? No. The Bengals should have beat the Patriots and Commanders. Did they? No. The Steelers are beating the teams they need to beat, and they're making it work. And you know what? It's funny, too. People don't think the Steelers got better. They replaced Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph, and Mitch Trubisky with Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. I would clearly have Justin Fields and Russell Wilson over that QB scenario. Yes, the wide receiver room took a massive hit. It did. But at the same time, if you are downplaying this Pittsburgh Steelers team just because you don't think they're good and you don't watch the games, you're missing out a little bit, I think. The Steelers look like a pretty good team right now, and they're winning the games they have to win. Yes, they can't help the schedule. Just because their schedule had the Falcons, Broncos, and Chargers doesn't make them a bad football team. The Chargers were running all over teams. They silenced that rushing attack. The Broncos, they had a rookie QB. Tomlin historically is not good against rookie QBs. They silenced that notion with that defense. And that first game against Kirk Cousins, all the hype, he's coming off the injury. I get it. They won that game, but Kirk Cousins then went into week 2 and beat the Eagles. No one's talking about the Eagles losing to an injured Kirk Cousins at all. No one is talking about that. But when the Steelers do it, it's a problem. But props to the Pittsburgh Steelers. They played an amazing game on offense this week. Loved it. And I'll throw it to you. That's all I got for there. I'm happy with it.
I'm just researching how to figure out how to bypass YouTube's copyright. But, yeah, dialed in on the Lurs. Dialed in. 3-0. 3-0. Let's go. Buzzing about 3-0. Yeah. Love Najee Harris, how they ran him again. 18 carries for 7 yards. Dude's a stud. I feel bad for Russell Wilson. The dude's never going to get his job back. Justin Fields has been balling. He looks really good. I still don't think we're a legit team. I'll say it. I'll play devil's advocate here. I am a Steelers fan. I love the Pittsburgh Steelers. I need to see more. I need to see more from the offense, and I want to see them beat a true good team. And I don't think we're going to see that for a few more weeks. And then
they have the Colts and Cowboys back to back.
The Colts aren't a true team right now. They aren't. I'm sorry. I love the Colts. I love Anthony Richardson, but that's a game that you should win. In Pittsburgh, you're 3-0. That's a trap game, a big trap game. I can see us losing that game very easily. And I just think that, I don't know. I don't think this team's legit yet. I want to see more out of Pittsburgh's offense. I want to see more out of Justin Fields and the play calling. But I don't know. I don't think they're a contender yet. I really just don't see it. Nicholas just commented, Steelers are I need to see better comp too. The Cowboys are going to be a true test for them, and hopefully everyone's healthy for that game, because that will be a true test. I think we'd lose to the Cowboys pretty easily as of right now. I just don't think that the receiving core is there yet. Calvin Austin finally had a big game, but that's because he caught a big catch. You know what I mean? If he doesn't have that big catch, he doesn't have that great of a game, and the stats are kind of lying there. I need to see something else happen with this Pittsburgh offense. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'll say
I'm not bought in yet. I love the Steelers. I'm not bought in.
My spiel is they're better than what people think. They deserve more respect. People aren't respecting the Steelers. It's the whole they played an injured Kirk Cousins. Like that argument. Like I said, Kirk Cousins went into week 2 and beat the Philadelphia Eagles in Philly. They almost beat the Chiefs this weekend. He's still dealing with the side effects of an Achilles injury. It doesn't disappear after they play the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's still trying to work back up. Like you said, though, the offense hasn't been good. I'm really proud of the offense they showed this week, though. They woke up they woke up. They showed up to play. And that's the offense they need to have to be successful. The receiver room is where they're going to struggle. Like George Pickens, like you said, Calvin Austin's the leading receiver just because he is the big one. He's able to get in the end zone. He has speed if they can use him. I think a guy no one's talking about that had a couple key clutch catches was Scotty Miller, of all people. Van Jefferson went down with the eye injury, who is somehow your number 2 wide receiver. Scotty Miller made 2 clutch catches for first downs. He went 2 for 31, by the way. Had a catch for 20 yards. He was 2 for 2 on his targets. There were some plays I was iffy with, but I understood.
Every week, guys. Every week, that's going to die sometime. We don't know.
They had some plays with Cordero Patterson in there. I was very intrigued by why they were using him that much, but it made sense because they lost Van Jefferson, and just because they've used him as a receiving back in Atlanta. Arthur Smith loves the guy, but things need to click, especially they got the Colts coming up and the Cowboys. These are going to be 2 big tests, I think. Despite the Colts not looking that good, the Cowboys defense not looking that good. It's going to be 2 large tests because the Cowboys offense can put up points. The Colts offense with Anthony Richardson. He didn't play against the Steelers last year, but the Colts beat the Steelers in Indianapolis late last season. It was the last game of the Mitchell Trubisky era, which sparked the Mason Rudolph hype when he got the Steelers to the playoffs. I don't think they're a contender. I think they're a contender in the aspect of a wild card spot. I think they're going to be sneaky and give teams some issues. Like I said, they're winning the games they have to win. They are winning those games, and teams in their division like the Ravens lost to the Raiders. The Bengals lost to the Patriots and the Jaguars. You got to win those games. It's going to be important for tiebreakers. Steelers got an easier portion of the schedule. Then the meat comes after Thanksgiving, you could say. All the divisional games, Chiefs, Eagles. But other than that, I'll praises to the Steelers this week. 20-10 victory.
All right, let's move on here to another game. We want to get into Rams or the Baltimore and Dallas game.
Let's do Baltimore and Dallas. I think that's more important to talk about.
Cool. Just let me pull it up here. All right. Oh, dude, I really want to pull up the highlights so bad. I hate YouTube. I'm how about this? I'm doing it for the Panthers game. I'm doing it for the Panthers game. We're gonna see what happens.
Oh,
we didn't get banned last night. The
channel's gonna get the ban hammer. We can't do it.
You think?
Do it for post clips.
Jeez.
I know you're high on the Panthers, but
I know. I really want to pull up the highlights. I think I might do it. I might get weird. All right, let's talk about the Ravens game. 28-25. Ravens hold on. They survive a comeback from the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott was a star. 379 yards, no interceptions, 2 touchdowns. Didn't figure it out until the third quarter, right? Until the fourth quarter. He
wasn't a star until the fourth quarter.
19 points in the fourth quarter. It was a good game out of him. Jake Ferguson, 95 yards. CeeDee Lamb, 67 yards. Kevontae Turpin, 51 yards out of Dallas. Derrick Henry had a great game. 150 yards. 151 yards out of King Henry. 25 rushing attempts for King Henry. 87 rushing yards for Lamar Jackson. So the Ravens looked very balanced, but they couldn't throw the ball at all. Nelson Aguilar was your leading receiver with 56 yards. It was the Derrick Henry show, and Lamar Jackson just figured it out in the fourth quarter to hold on to a win here. So pretty happy with that. And I thought it was a very good game, very fun game to watch. I wish the Cowboys would have won, but I think that the Ravens, that was a must-win game for the Ravens, and they won it.
Like I said when we did our preview on Friday, this was a must-win for both teams. The Cowboys' defense, I saw so many memes about it, they looked dead in the water that whole first 3 quarters, but then they woke up. And you said Dak was amazing. I would say mainly amazing in the fourth quarter. He kind of took a little bit until like the first half wasn't that good. He woke up, especially in that fourth quarter, the 19-point comeback. They were down 28-6 going in the fourth. They almost pulled an Atlanta Falcons choke job, the Baltimore Ravens. I don't know if you watched the game. They had the Tom Brady portion where he was like, the announcer was like, I bet you know that scoreboard pretty well. And he was like, yeah, we came back from that. It was like they were playing with the 28-3 storyline when Brady came back against the Atlanta Falcons. The Cowboys almost pulled it off. They just weren't able to stop a stupid-looking Lamar Jackson run. It's like every week you just know it's coming. Teams don't know how to stop it. He just runs up the middle. In my opinion, it's boring. I'm sorry. It's so boring to watch. I love it when he runs sometimes, but like, I'm a Lamar Jackson hater. Just understand that. But like, Because why? Like you're trying. I get you need to win the game, and the defense looked awful, but it's so anticlimactic to get brought into a comeback, and then it just ends up being run up the middle. So that's all I got. But like the Cowboys defense, they need to wake up just like the Cincinnati Bengals won. But other than that, that's what I got. Ravens, props to them.
All right, let's get into my upset pick of the week. Carolina Panthers and the Las Vegas Raiders. I keep almost saying Oakland. Very good game. I enjoyed this game quite a bit, and I really want to watch the highlights of this game because Andy Dalton looked so good, and we're gonna skim through this because I just want to show a few clips. Because I was very high. We're gonna play the first 7 minutes of this game because I think YouTube has a thing.
7 minutes.
Yeah.
YouTube banned. Listen, we just got our stream banned. Nicholas just got here.
We were live for 40 minutes, and they got us after 40 minutes. They ain't getting us again. No shot.
Oh, they get us again. We might be toast. It's a risk.
We might be toast. It's a risk I'm willing to take. Give me the Panthers highlights. Andy Dalton, stud. Dude's a beast. I called it. I called this. Everyone on TikTok knows I said this. Carolina Panthers, we're going to boom with Andy Dalton. Really
a boom.
Boom. I don't have much more to do that with, but Andy Dalton looked amazing. And I think you got to say now, Bryce Young sucks. Don't even come to me anymore with that nonsense that, if we swap CJ Stroud and Bryce Young's NFL career. Nope. It is Bryce Young. He sucks. Terrible. No good. Good for what? Loser. He sucks. Can't play football. And bad. Bryce Young's not him. And it is his fault. Bryce Young, it is your fault that the Panthers looked so horrible because Andy Dalton came in and tore this defense apart. Yep. So, yeah.
Great showing by your upset pick of the week, the Carolina Panthers.
Now I'm scared again, so I'm going to go back.
It was a great showing by your Carolina Panthers, Danny. Great upset pick of the week.
Now, are they going to win again? I don't know, but
he used his weapons. He used the weapons.
Deontay Johnson looked great. Deontay looks like a stud.
He had touchdown passes, Deontay and Adam Thielen, the guys that are supposed to be your number 1 and 2. Chuba Hubbard woke up. He woke up.
They figured it out, dude. 36 points from the Panthers. Hell yeah.
They're not legit.
Don't get me wrong. Zamir White sucks. I hate this guy on the Raiders. 34 yards, actually. Excuse me. I hate you, Zamir White. I want to make that clear. I hate you. You have costed me a lot. Okay, betting on Zamir White. I hate you, Zamir White. You suck. You're bad at fantasy. I drafted you in fantasy. You suck. Get cut. Okay, I would like to see you get cut because I don't like you. But let's take a dive here and look at the stats for the Panthers. Deontay Johnson, 122 yards. Oh, wow.
Did that ever happened?
He looked great. 8 catches and he scored a touchdown. His longest catch was 35 yards. I mean, I was so happy to see him succeed. Adam Thielen went down with an injury. But I think he ended up being fine. He had 3 catches for 40 yards. I mean, I was just floored with Andy Dalton. He had 319 passing yards. Did they say he was the first quarterback to throw for 300 yards this year? Is that a thing? I saw a post-game interview. There was something like that.
I'd be shocked if that was true. I'm not sure though. But if you want to look that up very quick, but like
I saw a stat. I don't know.
The Panthers looked really good on offense. I'll give them props. They clicked. It clicked. Defense was able to silence the Vegas Raiders and Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams had 4 receptions on 9 targets, 40 yards. They took out their key guy. Their guys, Gardner Minshew was able to find the end zone were Trey Tucker and Jacoby Myers. A guy I guess I'm really high on, though, for the Raiders still is Brock Bowers. I really like him as their tight end. I think he's going to be very good. I think he has the potential to be a top tight end in the NFL in a few years. Maybe by the end of his first 2 years. But like other than that, like the Panthers?
No, okay.
Great pick.
Let's not get caught up here and pretend like Andy Dalton's going to turn this team around.
He won't.
No shot. This team sucks. They still suck. Their defense looks like JV, but all props to the Panthers for getting a win. Honestly, I was concerned that you guys were going to go 0-17.
Yeah, Panthers look bad.
Big win for the Panthers. They finally won a football game. Very happy for that. Do you want to touch on the Rams and the Niners, or do you want to get into winners and losers?
Yeah, we'll touch into Rams, Niners, and we're not going to cover all the games this week just because we just want to kind of make it shorter, I guess, this week or whatever. Usually we're running like 3 hours almost.
Yeah.
So we're just covering some key games. We can get into our winners and losers more, but like going on, like Lions beat the Cardinals. We can talk about that another time. But like Rams 49ers is a big one for me just because the Niners clearly are going through a phase they missed CMC. I guess Jordan Mason had a pretty okay game, but like Brock Purdy still looked good. Jawan Jennings was amazing. 11 for 175, 3 touchdowns. They looked awesome. You would think with that stat line you see out of a wide receiver, they win the game. No. They still lost 27-24 against the LA Rams and Matthew Stafford, who you went on about being a top 5 QB. He was able to get a win with what he had, and his best receiver was Tutu Atwell. He lost Cooper Kupp. He doesn't have Puka Nacua. The guy he gave a touchdown to was Kyron Williams, a reception touchdown. Other than that, he also had 2 rushing touchdowns, so Kyron Williams had 3 touchdowns on the day. Kyron Williams destroyed the San Francisco 49ers defense single-handedly. 24 carries for 89 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was able to power run his way through the entire game, and he also had that reception touchdown. The 1 touchdown, as long as it's 15-2 for 27 is on Rex. My key takeaway, though, for the Niners is they miss a lot of guys. They're missing CMC. They miss Debo. Yeah. And Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk's not stepping up. He's not. 5 receptions, 10 targets, 48 yards. As long as was 12. Jawan Jennings, on the other hand, he's stepping up. He's stepping up in the place of Debo Samuel. 11 receptions, 12 targets. Like I said, 175 passing yards to him. 34 was his longest. 3 touchdowns. Brock Purdy, 292 yards. I can't complain about Brock Purdy's play. They just didn't do enough, I guess, to beat the LA Rams, which they should have easily beat the Rams. And now the Niners are a surprising 0-2. And the theme with them, I guess the theme with both of these teams has been injuries, especially with I would say the Niners here.
Yeah.
It's like every week they don't have Kittle, they don't have Debo, they don't have CMC. They just lost Javon Hargrave, one of their defensive linemen. So, yeah, the Niners, I'm not hitting panic just because I know the talent's there, but like there are some question marks everywhere.
Yeah, for sure, question marks everywhere. And I don't know. Are we pulling a panic button on anyone in this game?
No, because I'm not panicking for the Niners just because I know what they're capable of, and the Rams I'm not panicking because I don't think they're going to be good the rest of the year.
There's a report that Christian McCaffrey, my guy, run CMC, dog himself, White Mamba, was in Germany. Apparently,
he's injured.
Apparently, yeah, but apparently he was visiting some sort of surgeon specialist and an experimental surgery. And,
where's your source?
Trust me, bro. But no, I actually did read this, and he was in Germany. I'll try and pull it up. But not career, season-ending surgery is hopefully not. But that's what. Look up Christian.
Breaking news.
Christian.
Danny's sources intel in Germany.
Okay, so why do I now not see anything about Germany? No, here we go. Injured 49ers star McCaffrey to see specialist in Germany. Let's read this.
Breaking news.
49ers star Christian McCaffrey heads to Germany to see specialist for his Achilles. Coach Shanahan confirmed that McCaffrey made the trip in hopes of resolving an issue that has bothered him since early training camp and has forced him onto the IR to start the season. And quote, Kyle Shanahan said, "I know he's going to see a specialist that I believe can help him with his Achilles process," Shanahan said Monday. "I think he's doing that over these next few days, and hopefully it'll help." McCaffrey got hurt early in training camp and missed 4 weeks, yada, yada, yada. Danny's right, and the source, trust me, bro, pans out. Bangarang. If he gets season-ending surgery, I'm going to be pissed. I'm a big CMC guy, and I know it's selfish because I draft them in a lot of fantasy leagues, and now I'm cooked. My team's like the IR. But I love CMC. He's one of my favorite players in the NFL. So I definitely don't want to see him miss the whole year. But I think if he does miss the whole year, Niners just chalk it up. Just say, all right, we're going to take a little step back this season. We're going to get a cool draft pick. Debo, take your time coming back, but don't be in any rush. But I'm very worried. I'm pressing the panic button like this. I'm pressing the hell out of that panic button on the 49ers because if CMC's done and he's in Germany looking for doctors, bro, something ain't adding up. Math ain't mathing, and CMC's got to figure it out. And if there's not a doctor in America that can help him with his Achilles, I'm worried. He needs to go talk to Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers was like trying to come back after like 5 weeks after tearing his Achilles. So go talk to my boy A-Rod, and I don't know. We got to figure it out for McCaffrey because if you're done for the season and you're in Germany looking for surgeries, you're cooked. But
can we pull up the comment Nicholas just put about Brandon Ayuk, by the way? Amen. Ain't that the truth?
I hate Brandon Ayuk.
Ayuk is beyond mid and the most overrated receiver in the entire NFL. I mean, I added a few of those words, but still, amazing take. Not even a hot take.
Most overrated receiver. I don't know about that. I think there's other guys that I couldn't think of off the top of my head that I would say, but he's overrated because he's been hot ass this year.
He's looking like he's missing training camp.
Yeah,
looking like training camp might have helped.
Maybe if you didn't, edge Pittsburgh Steelers fans for an entire offseason, we'd be all right. But no, you had to every day. I had to wake up and see. Oh my God, we got Brandon Ayuk. Oh, Filipponi said we got Ayuk. Oh, come on, cut this shit. We were never getting Ayuk. He was using us. He was using us as leverage, and for that, I will always hate
next Nicholas clip up more than Amon-Ra.
Yeah, well, Amon-Ra has had a contract.
No, he did.
No, he did. He did get his
get his extension.
Well, every year there's going to be some bum that
no reason he should be paid higher. There is no reason Brandon Ayuk should be making more than Amon-Ra St. Brown.
No, not even close.
I don't even think our one hater who's commenting about our CJ Stroud comment could even give us a reason about how Amon-Ra should be not paid as much as Brandon Ayuk.
I'll tell you what, pay George Pickens more than Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk has sucked so far this year. He's terrible. I'm over him.
Calvin Austin has a touchdown before Brandon Ayuk.
I could go my rest of my life without hearing Brandon Ayuk. His name. And now we're on Devontae Adams. He's coming to Pittsburgh. God damn it. Who else is coming to Pittsburgh next? Is Mahomes going to be a Steeler next year?
You know who has a touchdown before Brandon Ayuk this year of all people?
Oh, that one the one offensive lineman on the Commanders who scored last
night? But I would say Darnell Washington of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah.
Okay, so they're like Nicholas said, they're paid the exact same, but like they should not be paid the exact same.
No.
Amon-Ra's miles better than Brandon Ayuk. Oh my gosh, what a guy. That dude pulled up the heist of the century on the 49ers.
He's on my hate list.
I'll give him props for that. He pulled up the heist of the century. He's pulled a Seth Rollins against Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Heist of the century, I guess.
He just made the list. He's on the list.
Okay, Chris
Jericho.
Break the wall down.
But all right, let's move on from this game. You wanna get into winners and losers?
Yeah, so we're just gonna hop into winners and losers. If you're just joining us, we usually cover almost all the games, but like we covered the main ones. We had if you're just joining us right now, we had a stream taken down, so this is part 2. All the scores were on part 1, and we talked.
I think on YouTube, I'm gonna try and combine them on YouTube.
Yes, we'll combine them or whatever.
Try and do that.
So winners and losers. Do we want to do it as usual, and we'll post the clips separately? Want to do our winners first and discuss, and then losers? Or?
Sure. All right, let's ready.
Do you want to start this week?
Video. All right, yeah, I'll start. Ready?
Yep.
All right, we're gonna do our winners and losers, everybody. We're gonna start off here. My winners for the week. First winner, Andy Dalton looked like a stud. Shout out Andy Dalton. Kind of revived this Panthers offense. Not to my own horn. Someone very attractive that sits on the left side of the screen with Raptors jerseys in the background said someone, I don't know his name, but someone said that he was that the Panthers were gonna upset the Raiders, and whoever that guy is probably really smart, handsome, and tall. So shout out him. Andy Dalton. What a win. What a game for Andy Dalton. And Bryce Young, you are cooked, and we're gonna get to you later because you're on my naughty list, okay, Mr. Bryce Young. Second winner, Josh Allen, dude, it's an MVP. He's the MVP frontrunner in my opinion. I think Mahomes in the books is a better odds than Josh Allen, but they're both Chiefs are 3-0, so it's going to be a battle between them. But I think Allen's going to squeak it out this year just because of the games he's winning. Josh Allen is winning games with not even having to look back. Mahomes and the Chiefs, they've squeaked out a few wins this year, and I so far this year, Josh Allen's my MVP. He's my MVP, and yeah, third winner of the week, Jaden Daniels, stud. This guy's a baller. And Nicholas just said, Jaden Daniels reminds me so much of Lamar, how shifty he is. Yeah, I mean, he for sure does. He's Lamar with better pocket presence and a better arm and better throwing mechanics. He made a lot of tough throws last night, a lot of really nice throws last night that really impressed me. I am becoming almost as high on Jaden Daniels as I am on Anthony Richardson, right? I am in pause. I'm in love with Jaden Daniels. Like I really like him. He's a stud.
Pause.
Fourth winner of the week is Malik Willis. How about this? How about this? The Packers they just needed one. They were begging Malik Willis, dude, just get us one win until Jordan Love gets back. Give us one win, and he's got you 2 wins. He's got you 2 wins, and he's undefeated as a Packer so far. He looks really good, and he used his rushing upside, and he got a revenge win over the Tennessee Titans. So shout out Malik Willis, killing it with the Packers. I only wrote down 4 winners. I couldn't think of a 5th, but
that's fine.
I got 5 losers. So
okay. My winners of the week. We actually have a lot of the same ones. Number 1, I put Malik Willis. Yeah. I put very great game and win against the Titans, 13-19, 202 passing yards, had a touchdown. So then he had 6 carries for 73 and a touchdown. He's 2-0 as the Packers starter. This was a guy that was benched with the Tennessee Titans, never really got that opportunity. And when he did, he was not that good. Packers got him. I was expecting them maybe only get no wins these next 4 to 5 weeks without Jordan Love when that injury was announced. But he's 2-0. They beat the Colts and Anthony Richardson, and they beat the Tennessee Titans, which I would hope they would beat. But they beat the Colts. That's a big win for them. So Malik Willis, you're my first winner of the week. Number 2, pretty sure you said it, Josh Allen. He just looks very, very dominant right now. 4 touchdowns thrown in the win over Jaguars. Talked about it earlier. They're looking very scary as a team. So Josh Allen, number 2. Number 3, I gave my praise to him as well. I think it was before the band hammer happened. Sam Darnold. I said, got to be happy for the guy. 4 touchdowns and pure dominance against the Houston Texans, who are a very tough team. They're finding a good connection with Justin Jefferson, who is as well at another touchdown. So Sam Darnold, you're my 3rd winner of the week. Number 4, I also brought him up earlier, Nick Bolton of the Kansas City Chiefs. Game-saving tackle on 4th and inches against the Falcons on Sunday Night Football. 3 tackles for loss of his 8 total, and he helped ensure the Chiefs go to 3-0. Number 5, I had the Steelers offense. They actually looked alive for the first time in a very long time and were very fun to watch for once. Looked sketchy first 2 drives of the game, but Justin Fields looked very solid despite the interception that bounced around to Bud Dupree. He ended up 25 of 32 for 245 yards with a touchdown along with a pick. Also had a rushing touchdown. And then I do have an honorable mention. You covered it. I put the Carolina Panthers. I put in my exact words, you finally did it. You got to win. And I put the QB switch was a great choice. Andy Dalton is elite. And I put, all jokes aside, Andy Dalton had a great start. He's not elite, but I put he had a great start for the Panthers in his first Sunday of relief duties. 26 of 37, 319 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Deontay Johnson gets a big game in return. Dalton hit Johnson, Thielen, and Hubbard for touchdown passes, all in which the main weapons on the Panthers offense. He made it work. The Carolina Panthers, and you know what's funny? Andy Dalton might be able to have a revenge game this week.
Revenge game coming up, Bengals.
Cincinnati Bengals. We'll get to winners and losers later, but let's go to losers. You want to start?
I'll start with my losers. Okay, loser of the week. Not loser of the week. My loser of the week's last. First loser of the week, Russell Wilson. Dude, your job might be cooked. You might never touch an NFL field again in your career. I'm serious. You might just not be able to, get on the field this year unless something happens to Justin Fields, he gets hurt or he starts playing terrible. and you're on a 1-year contract. I wouldn't see this Pittsburgh Steelers re-signing Russell Wilson. So I think that he's slowly just losing his job to Justin Fields, which no one expected. No one expected Russell Wilson to not start these games. I know a lot of people that bought Russell Wilson jerseys, and they might be cooked. So yeah. Second loser of the week, Cincinnati Bengals, 0-3. This is a bad spot to be 0-3, and you've lost to 3 teams you should have beat. Straight up, you should have beat 3 teams. Chiefs, you probably shouldn't have beat the Chiefs, but just they're a better team than you guys. But 0-3 is a bad look, and especially in one of the hardest divisions, if not the hardest division in the NFL. Bad luck for the Bengals. Jamar Chase finally popped off. The offense looks really good, but they got to figure it out in total. They haven't been able to do it, and now they're going to be loser of the week back-to-back weeks. And for loser of the week, I know I said I praised him very well. Trevor Lawrence, loser of the week. I know I talked earlier about how I don't think it's time to press the panic button on Trevor Lawrence yet. I still think he's a really good quarterback, but he sucked this week. Flat out sucked. You suck this week, you're on loser of the week. I don't care if Mahomes, it's Mahomes. He has a bad game. You're going on my loser of the week. You suck, Trevor Lawrence. You suck this week. Bad loser of the week. Fourth loser of the week, Bryce Young. You might also never get your job back. And yeah, I'm really sick of people pulling a lot of stuff saying Bryce Young's not being treated fairly and that he never had a shot. Shut up. Bryce Young sucks. Andy Dalton came up, put 300 yards on the Raiders' heads. I don't think Bryce Young would have done that. And Bryce Young's job might be in jeopardy. And I think that he's going to be cooked in the NFL. This is Trey Lance all over again. Okay. But this is Trey Lance that actually started. And for my fifth and final loser of the week, play the song. And this is shout out to Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns. Everyone can sing it with me because Deshaun Watson, you suck. You suck. You suck. You suck. You suck. You suck. They suck. The Browns are terrible, and I love it. I'm smoking that Browns pack daily. I hate Deshaun Watson. Horrible. Sucks. Good for what? Good for nothing. He's terrible. I love his downfall. I'm all over his downfall. I own his downfall. I am the downfall of Deshaun Watson. You are done. You're done. Your career's done, Deshaun. It's over. You suck. You can't win in the NFL anymore on the Cleveland Browns. And they built this team around this pretty little team, and now they can't do anything. You got Jerry Jeudy. You got Amari Cooper. Javen Njoku's hurt. But you lost to the Giants. You lost to the Giants. And that's why you deserve the Kurt Angle "You Suck" song, because you lost to Daniel Jones and the New York Football Giants. You suck. You suck.
Yeah.
You suck, Deshaun Watson. Loser of the week. Cleveland Browns should have had an easy win. They lose to the New York Giants. I was laughing all the way to the bank. I am so happy, and I love being on Deshaun Watson's downfall. I am the CEO of this guy's downfall, okay? President Deshaun Watson downfall. That's the new nickname. Go ahead. Let's hear your losers.
I don't know how I can follow that. That was awesome. And Nicholas commented about Rashee Rice and stuff. We didn't have him in our winners, Nicholas, but we had him in our praise for the Kansas City Chiefs. I talked really high on Rashee Rice. So my losers. Number one, I don't think there's any particular order. You know what? I'll go my least loser to biggest loser, I guess.
Sure. That's what I did.
I'm going to start with the Niners injury situation.
Yeah.
There's so many key pieces are out. I can't be mad about the efforts they showed against LA in their loss, but it might be rough missing CMC, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, and now Javon Hargrave. They just need to hope Brock Purdy can stay consistent, which he has. Juwan Jennings stays hot, hopefully. And finally, can Brandon Ayuk please just show up to a football game and participate and put some stats on the board, get a touchdown? Terrible. That's a big thing they need to get going. They paid the guy. He wanted the money. He just hasn't showed up. Then I put another team. I put the Dallas Cowboys. I was gonna throw shade at the entire team, but the offense woke up in that final quarter and almost pulled off an amazing comeback. Let's talk about that defense, however. Back-to-back dreadful showings at home, and make that 3 if you count the playoff loss to the Green Bay Packers and Jordan Love. Something needs to click ASAP on that defense. Micah Parsons needs to get more involved. I haven't seen him getting much pressure at the quarterback this year. They need to get something going. Number 3, I also have a certain team you put, the Cincinnati Bengals. 0-3, absolutely dreadful start. Home losses to the Patriots and now the Commanders. Jaden Daniels, and I said it before we got the band hammer. He had a coming out party in Cincinnati, Ohio, along the Ohio River in Southwest. He had a coming out party in the jungle. I think panic is going. It's not looking good in Southwest Ohio right now. I'll just say it like that. Number 4, I think we talked about it on Friday. I have him in fantasy football just because I didn't draft a lot of running backs and I needed some. He had 2 pretty solid games. But Rahamondre Stevenson, he gave 0.2 fantasy points this week for fantasy owners. He's supposed to be the Patriots' number 1 RB, number 1 halfback, number 1 running back, whatever you want to call it. 6 carries, 23 yards, and a fumble. I put, yikes. Not good. You need more out of that, especially playing the Jets and their defense. And then my biggest loser. And I don't really know if this is a hot take because, like, he's a guy that I don't think should be in the situation he's in. We've talked about him before. He's a quarterback. I put Will Levis. He had 2 touchdowns. He also had the 2 picks against the Packers. But I think it's time that the Titans have to move on to a guy like Mason Rudolph, who's their backup. They signed Rudolph for a reason. They really did. I don't know why Rudolph even signed there in the first place if they're going to play Will Levis over him. Yes, Levis is young, but I feel like it's time for the backup to play a little bit. He's made quite a few stupid mistakes, including that one play against the Bears, or he had to play against the Bears and he had to play last week where it was like that weird fumble. I think it was a pick. It was one of the 2, but the coach looked like he was yelling at him, coming to the side. I was like, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. He's like, why did you do that? It was the one where he just bounced it on the ground or whatever. It just looked confusing. And I put nothing but the best for Will Levis. I hope if he's benched, he can figure it out. When in our tier list, I put him as a guy who he's very low. I think I put him in F. I don't think I put him in UFL. But like I was like, he's a career backup or 3rd string. He's not a starter. He can be a guy to get you some points in the game. He's not going to be he should not be a starting QB. Ever since coming to the Titans, I don't think he was that good with the Titans in his rookie year. He had a really hot start. Everyone was high on Will Levis, but like kind of seeing some pure stupidity out of him these last few games. And I don't think they have a win yet, the show of it. I think they need to go to the backup. I think it's time. I think it's time to give Mason Rudolph that shot.
I agree.
He was able to get the Steelers and he was able to get that Steelers team into the playoffs in those final few weeks. He got that win in Seattle. He dismantled the Bengals. I don't know what the Titans are waiting for. I really don't. The Titans have some receiving weapons, Danny. Like if I'm looking at, let me look at their roster right now. Tennessee Titans. Depth chart, receivers. They have some weapons to use. Calvin Ridley, Traylon Burks, who I really like, Tyler Boyd, DeAndre Hopkins. They have the weapons. They brought in Tony Pollard from the Dallas Cowboys. They have weapons on the offense. They just don't have the QB play right now. They could be a sneaky team to get some wins and give some teams some issues. And I think the QB play is holding them back. So Will Levis, I'm sorry. It's time for them to move on to Mason Rudolph. It has to be. They only have 2 QBs on the depth chart right now. It's the only option, unless you get a free agent. But like at the same time, why did you pay Mason Rudolph to come in anyway? So that's my loser of the week, I guess, Will Levis. I think just on the aspect of it's time for him to be riding the bench. I don't think he's a starting QB. I don't think he's starting caliber. But I think he's good enough to be a bench, like backup 3rd string his entire career. He has the capabilities that, this is a very long tangent, but he has the capabilities, don't get me wrong, to have a career in the NFL as a backup. He could stay as long as he can. He's shown some flashes, but like it just hasn't clicked as a starter. I did have an honorable mention after that long spiel about Will Levis. Who knew that would have happened? I put an honorable mention, LA Chargers, just because I don't think they should have let Justin Herbert touch the field with that ankle injury. I put walking into Pittsburgh and facing that defense with TJ Watt. I know that Alex Highsmith went out, but like Nick Herbig had 2 sacks. Yeah, I've already had Minkah Fitzpatrick, Patrick Queen. You're walking into Pittsburgh facing that defense with a high ankle sprain was risky, especially with one of the best QBs, I think, in the league in Justin Herbert. It was working in the first half, but in the second, when that second half started, the Steelers defense started to click, and then they got to Herbert, who went down with an injury. And I put all hopes to it not being serious, but if it is, that is a huge loss for a hot starting Chargers team. And they also lost Joey Bosa to a hip or an injury early in that game. If they lose Herbert, that offense that was clicking might be in trouble. And Quentin Johnson's finally been showing up. I think he had a touchdown against the Steelers this week, 2 the previous week. He's showing up to play football, but like if they lose their QB, there's going to be some trouble for the Chargers room. But I think it was a stupid decision. I understand why they did it. They're trying to win, and he was playing really good football in that first half. But when the Steelers figured it out how to get past that O-line, they made it happen. So I guess that's my honorable mention, the LA Chargers and their decision to play Justin Herbert with that injury.
You want to hop on anyone's pack right here? Any pack watch?
Pack watch?
Yeah. I'll play the music.
I mean, I don't really have music for it. I guess my pack watch would be like Brandon Ayuk. Show up.
All right, let's get the Brandon Ayuk pack. Hold on. Let's get this going.
Show up to play football.
We gotta hit the Brandon Ayuk pack.
Brandon Ayuk, please show up to play a football game.
Brandon Ayuk,
show up.
Suck.
It's not that hard. You're on the San Francisco 49ers. You're gonna get targets. Get open. Beat some corners. Beat some safeties. Get in the end zone. You're getting paid.
Pack.
120 mil, like Nicholas said. He's getting paid 120 million for a cardio session. Practically running on a treadmill. He's doing nothing. Peyton Manning said it perfectly in week 1 when he had that drop ball on the goal line. Show up to training camp. Yep. Stop holding out. Show up to play football.
Pack watch of the week, Brandon Ayuk and Deshaun Watson. That is our pack watch of the week.
Oh my gosh. Like, it makes me upset. It's funny. I wanted Brandon Ayuk, but I look stupid now for wanting Brandon Ayuk because he looks terrible.
Loser. Sucks.
He would have been the same with the Steelers because he never showed up to training camp. Training camp's important. You got to get back in the shape. You need to get in the football mentality, and he clearly does not have the football mentality right now.
Pack watch of the week.
Pack watch of the week.
We got to have a new pack watch of the week. Losers, and then our pack watch of the week.
You know what? I think pack watch of the week is going to be on Tuesdays because we don't really need to give our upset pick of the week until Friday. Well, actually, this week we're going Thursday. Heads up. Remember that.
Yeah.
Thursday this week. Scheduling conflicts.
Yeah.
Sorry to all the Friday enjoyers.
Sure. Man, I forgot that we forgot to do our banner for the second half. Damn. Because YouTube. All right. We're gonna wrap.
YouTube's
it up
against. You know what? Throw up the pack watch again. Throw it up. I have another one. Loser of the week.
Loser of the week.
I have another one I just thought of.
Let me get it back up here. I'm with you here. Hold on.
I have a loser of the week. If you could play circus music too, I have a great one. Like one of those. YouTube. Or whatever.
I love this. I love doing this. Hold on.
You know what? We put Brandon Ayuk and Deshaun Watson. YouTube. We had to do 2 live streams today.
If you want to take down my live stream, I'm showing NFL clips.
We have
be on your pack.
Listen, Scout. I'm not a Boy Scout or whatever, but we had to say Scout's honor or whatever. I swear or whatever. We're not getting paid.
Zero money off this. Okay.
We're not getting paid.
On your damn pack, YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
Smoking the YouTube pack.
YouTube's so scared of us. We have 25 subscribers. They care about us, but no one else. That's my pack watch. YouTube. Our pack watch of the week: Deshaun Watson, Brandon Ayuk, and the YouTube Media Company. There you go.
All right. Well, good show today.
Yep.
We got new segment, pack watch of the week. That's fire. I'm all over that. Love it. YouTube, if you're listening to this, we're gonna clip these two together, and I'm gonna leave those NFL clips in.
You're not stopping us.
You're probably gonna ban us, so please don't. That would suck. We have 25 subscribers and we get like 60 views max on a video. So just be nice. Just let us. I'm gonna figure out a way. I'm gonna figure out a damn way so we can show clips on this stream because everyone else can do it.
Don't make the final whistle take our talents to twitch.com
or Kick. We might have to go to Kick.
Be live streamers, IRL streamers.
Yeah, that'd be bad. But
take it to a Steelers game.
Good week. We'll be back on Thursday. So a few short days. Just one off day until you guys got to see our face again. Yep. So we'll see you in 2 days. But good stream, good 2 streams, 2 streams in one day. How about that? Never been done before. Kind of history. So shout out to everyone who stuck with us today and watched. But good stream, and we'll see you guys Thursday.
Yep. See y'all.